Divorce?
Looks like it.
Are you saying I was dumped? Have I not given her enough to spend?
$3 million every month transferred to her account on time, sir.
And have I not given her enough to wear?
Mrs. Scott receives the latest couture from Paris, no later than 3 days from its initial release.
And what about her life? Have I not given her a good life thing?
7 maids, 1 mansion, a personal chauffeur, and a position at Scott's bank. She is the head of the branch.
Well then, tell me, Sam. Why the divorce?
Sam did not know the answer, but Ronald did. Kate was ready to leave the Scott mansion. She did not bring much when she moved in, and she would only take what belonged to her. Kate's heart no longer pounded when she saw him. Ronald stared at his wife as he got out of the car.
Miss Peters, please get my jacket from the car. Thank you.
Kate's eyes were one of her outstanding features, and they were the only physical attribute that had attracted Ronald. It was fair to say she was different from Ronald's rumored girlfriends. Yet, Ronald had never really cheated on Mrs. Scott, despite the numerous love rumors. Having said that, he did not show her any affection. They did not get married because of love. It was just a matter of convenience for both of them. Would he have married her if it was not for his mother?
Cut to the chase. What sort of games are you playing?
You're overthinking.
I'm overthinking. You're on touring with me, are you? Reverse psychology, maybe?
If suggesting a divorce embarrasses you so much, then file the papers instead.
Seriously, you really want to divorce me?
I had to get Sam to hand you the divorce papers and you didn't even show up. All you have to do is sign.
All I had to do. You're acting as if this means nothing to you, Kate. Just come here.
Ronald!
Hey, Ronnie, I'm just getting a little bit nervous about this event tomorrow night.
Kate quietens to listen to the call. It was Emily. Ronald had made Emily into the person she was now.
You'll be fine. Sam and I'll pick you up. You'll be okay.
Let go of me. Let go of me!
Is Miss Scott there?
Look, why don't you just invite her tomorrow night?
You know, people keep seeing us together, they're gonna think we're getting married.
No, you're right. I really bring Mrs. Scott out. I'll let Sam pick you up tomorrow. You get a good night's sleep.
I didn't say yes. Ow!
Ronnie!
Emily called out his name in disbelief. She only said those things to humiliate Kate. Why would she want Kate to be there?
Are you serious? He literally just said he's gonna bring her. He just said he's gonna bring that crazy woman to that event tomorrow night.
Why do we even care? Like, everybody thinks that, they don't get on well together. Yeah, and, she's as good as Mr. Scott and Mistress, not his wife. Oh, and don't forget, he stood up for you a couple of years ago.
Yeah, you're right. I can make her cry and want to leave again.
Molly smiled in satisfaction. She prayed that Emily would marry Ronald so she could benefit from their marriage.
You always moan. I never take you to these types of events, and now I'm suggesting it.
I didn't want to disturb Mr. Scott and Miss Taylor.
Well, Mrs. Scott seems to be so concerned about the rumors of an affair.
Ronald was determined that he would make this damned woman admit that this was just another trick of hers. Once again, Kate fell for Ronald's charm, but Ronald had no idea that her determination to divorce him was unshakable. It was already 3 in the afternoon when Kate woke up. The soreness in her body was telling her that it was not a dream last night. She had sex with the man she was going to divorce.
Mrs. Dorothy, don't we have a robot vacuum cleaner? You don't have to do this all by yourself.
It's fine, it's what I'm used to doing. I must say, your wife is a nice lady. Not to sound harsh, but I don't know why she married you.
Yeah, well, she's the one being difficult. A nice lady, Kate. Why does everyone in this house like her so much?
Kate walks downstairs wearing a shirt with long sleeves and jeans which covered her whole body. Ronald knew it was to cover the love bites he had left on her body on purpose. Ronald gave her a disapproving look.
Mr. Pym, please throw out her wardrobe. I'm going to take her to get something suitable for tonight.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kim, you shall not touch my clothes. Thank you. Let's go.
All right. Good afternoon. Please look after Mrs. Scott. I've got to take a call.
That's Mrs. Scott. No wonder he's having an affair. Poor Mr. Scott. Yeah, you would imagine his wife to be more beautiful, right, Swiss girl? You're right, she's so plain compared to our Snow White Miss Emily. But don't underestimate her. She might have had some skills to seduce Mr. Scott. But yeah, she would better do it, right? Mr. Scott.
Excuse me, do you have this in my size?
Oh, this one. Sorry, ma'am. This dress has exclusively arrived for very special clients.
Well, surely you must have more of them.
Like she said, there is only one. It's delivered on a special order. Oh, listen, Aniel, what are you doing? You came at the right time, Miss Taylor.
She was undeniably beautiful, Kate thought.
This dress arrived just this morning. Here it is. Somebody even laid their hands on it when I had to tell them off.
Thanks. Aren't you Miss Carter? Or are you looking for something to wear to the event tonight? You know, the one I told Ronnie to bring you to? You know, it's funny, we keep going for the same things. And yet somehow they always end up with me. But of course, I'm talking about the dress. You know, if you like, we could, swap it for something of yours, Miss Carter.
Oh, you're talking about my husband. How obscure. You know what? Sure, you can have him. He's rejected goods now anyway.
What are you talking about?
I'm divorcing him. And with me out the way, let's see if he'll marry you now.
Emily knew in her heart that Ronald will never marry her. She was infuriated.
You cheap whore.
Your Ronnie is standing right behind you.
Will Kate be able to escape Amelie's wicked plans?
Pocket FM. Install now, link in description.